Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Up next for City Center's famed Encores is the delightful Cole Porter gem, The New Yorkers. Under the direction of John Rando, it will run from March 22nd through the 26th, and we drop by the rehearsal room to bring you a sneak peek and to meet the company. Welcome back to Encores.
Oh, I'm so happy to be back. It's just the best place to work, and this is, I think, my 12th or 13th or 14th. I don't know. It's a lot, though. I'm really happy to be here, though, Rich.
Does it get easier?
Yeah, it gets happier. Really, it gets happier. I just really enjoy working here so much. This is really a classic Encores because this is a show that hasn't been done in 87 years since it first happened. So we're having to find the orchestrations, and we're having to reimagine what the script was because we don't have it full, and then it's just a wonderful, true Encores where the audiences will really see for the first time something that hasn't been shown in a very long time.
Well, it's been quite a project over several years, really, in the making that Jack and I have been talking about doing this. And so there were no musical materials from the original production available. They're all lost. Who knows where they are, where they ended up. So we had a couple of scripts to work with, and so we've just rebuilt the entire score, all the arrangements, the orchestrations. We had a few clues, a few hints here and there, and I have two orchestrators who know the period and the style really well, Larry Moore and Josh Clayton, and so we're doing the best we can to make it sound like what we think it would have sounded like in 1930.
It was really a lost show. I mean, there have been other attempts to restore it here and there with a piano or whatever, but this is the first time really in 87 years that you'll see it with a full cast and a full orchestra and dancing and singing, and it's going to be quite something.
So what have you and Rob Berman enjoyed the most about finding all this material?
Actually, the finding is hugely satisfying. We went to the UCLA Jimmy Durante archives and Fred Waring archives at Penn State. We sent researchers to them and collected material and looked at it. You could get these old yellowed pieces of paper, and they have what no one has seen in all these years. It's just really exciting.
How many of these have you done, Kevin?
This is my fourth Encores. I did One Touch of Venus way back in the 20th century, Ziegfeld Follies of 1936, one called Stairway to Paradise, and then this, which is similar in a lot of ways in that it's from the 30s. It's a kind of like a review, but with a plot put on top of it. It's a very unique show because no one has ever seen the show who's alive, I don't think. Maybe a couple people when they were kids.
Yeah, totally.
But
what's it like living in the world of Cole Porter?
Well, what's interesting about my role is that it is a Cole Porter musical, but I played Jimmy Durante's role. Jimmy Durante had a really popular club act in the 1920s. He was incredibly popular, sold out every night, owned his own club. Well, they wanted Durante in this show, and he said, well, I'll come in, but I'm going to do my club act numbers. So all of my songs are Durante, written, and music and lyrics by Durante. So I'm in a Cole Porter musical, but I'm not singing Cole Porter songs.
Now you point your toe, then you fix your boa. Now start to turn again, you turn again, you turn. I'm the last man standing. That's the finish of the hot.
at all these people that are so like accomplished and great and can sing and dance, and they go into a room for like a half hour and they come back and they have this whole musical. And it's like, how did they do that? It's crazy to me.
How long have you been working on your number for the show?
Like 2 months, like just me in a room. It's like when I was 7 years old and I would stand in my backyard with a hose as the mic and I would sing to Godspell or something. It's kind of like that. I've been doing that for 2 months, and then I have to tell you the first read through, and Rob comes up to me and goes, Arnie, now in musicals, we're going to sing this. When we get to the songs, we're going to sing them. He says, I hope you're not nervous. And my heart was pounding so hard as we got to page was, oh my God, we're almost at my song. We're almost at my song. My heart's going like this. And then I sang it and it went really well. And, you know, and as I said, it's a very funny, clever song. And so it kind of plays itself.
What's it like living in the world of Cole Porter and the New Yorkers?
It's divine. It's going back to another era where we were all sort of just in our own worlds and relaxed and drunk and going out with whoever we wanted. A whole different era to this.
It's a fun world, right?
It sure is. Anything goes in this world.
Now, who do you play?
I play Alice Wentworth. I'm a society girl living in New York City, but I'm very intrigued by the bootleggers world, and I get involved in the underground. Al Spanish and his gang. I'm not a mole, but I certainly get involved where I shouldn't.
Working with Tam, what's that like?
It's wonderful. We've been great friends for a long time, so it's great. He's a wonderful leading man.
And I think this show, more so probably than others, it's got a bit of everything in it, and we've got some craziness in this show as well, which you're all going to see, and I think you'll really appreciate it. So.
And just some of the numbers, I mean, they've uncovered for this, the musical numbers.
Yeah. I mean, going back to what I just said, it's kind of like, it's some of them I'd never heard of, like never ever heard of, and some of them are out there, and some like really out there, and some of them are just beautiful. And they're all good. I can't wait to see what people think. I really can't, because and I'd be amazed actually to see if everyone knows all the numbers as well, because I don't think they will. I really don't. So it's going to be a treat, and it's going to be nice for people to sort of give us like what they, what they think of what they're hearing, basically. So yeah.